sit. That's how I sit.
You sit in this. Look at this. Watch now. Sharespark Media Brainstorming.
Hi, everybody. That's how I sit.
Okay, sounds great.
Okay. Hey, everyone. Heather here. And today I'm with Tom, and based off of the live stream from Sunday. Was it Sunday?
Yes, day before yesterday.
Yeah. When we were talking about how I was just like frustrated with YouTube. I've been doing a lot of thinking. Thanks so much to the people who chimed in, left comments, participated in the discussion. I found it very helpful. But now I've taken a lot of what you said, and I've been thinking a lot about it, and I'm leaning towards like shifting back to Sharespark Media and spending more effort, more time there. And all of the vlogs that I do, or a majority of them at least, we'll be talking about documenting that journey specifically, just so that there is a focus. Missile says hi. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And Tom and I have already been kind of talking for like a good 45 minutes. But I was just like, you know what? Let's just go live, and like just if anything, for anyone who wants to know like why I came up with the decisions that I do, I'll obviously vlog them, but I just wanted to share our discussion.
Yeah.
So what were we talking about? Oh, also Tom has lemon bars that I got from the Torrance Bakery.
I've been going to eat these for like 24 hours.
Yeah. So he's going to take a bite. It's a mini mukbang right now.
Yeah.
Wow, really? Wow, I'm gonna cry.
This is the best lemon bar I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Hands down, 100%. Oh my god.
Wow.
Whew. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, here we go.
I've had a lot of lemon bars.
Uh-huh. Oh.
I got lemon.
Oh. It gets so good. That was really good.
Yeah.
Are you happy?
I am, yeah.
Okay, as we were saying. I think you were talking. Oh, okay. So here's what we were talking about. First, let's go back to the basics. Why did I even start this journey? What is Sharespark Media? What am I trying to accomplish? What am I trying to do? My goal is to educate and empower people to utilize digital media to achieve meaningful goals. I spent so much time on that mission statement, and it still stands true. I think it does the best job of like articulating what my overall vision is. That's what I'm trying to do. That's like my vlog channel is kind of indirectly doing that. So that's what the mission is. I've tried different things to execute that vision. Like I had a Sharespark Media YouTube channel. We've done Sharespark TV. I had online classes. I did classes in person, stuff like that. But nothing really like took off the ground except for my vlog channel, which is odd. I don't know why. But anyway, now I want to pivot back because I've learned a lot and all these things. So now we're talking about like how someone is Sharesparked, and then like what they do after. Throughout my journey, every day someone asks me a question about like, I want to start a YouTube channel, or I want to share a story using digital media. I don't know how to do that. And that I want to help those people, but then there's also people who are like completely digitally illiterate. So they like, maybe I just don't do anything with those people for now. I don't know.
Well, it's hard. So the discussion you and I have been having is you kind of laid out this basic outline, which I'm looking at right now, of Sharespark Media with the mission statement of a movement to educate and empower people to utilize digital media to achieve meaningful goals. They're trying to figure out all the different methods in which that can be done. And
right now, YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Very doable, easy. I can easily crunch out 2 videos a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what I was getting at was, because we're talking about that, how do you do this? It's something, and we talked about this, I think we just talked about this, you and I, last night. If there were in a world where money didn't matter, you would be on this mission anyway.
Yeah.
And so, there's a very genuine, pure motive behind it, but the fact remains that it also has to be a business that generates income and revenue and profit, ideally. So how do you do that without selling out, essentially? And what I keep sticking on in that mission statement is the meaningful goals. Because you said a meaningful goal isn't, oh my God, I want to have 50,000 followers, or I want to have this many subscribers or whatever. A meaningful goal is, I want to share this, I want to communicate this, I want to help this, I want to grow. Like,
yes,
it's varied and different. And so the whole thing of share sparking is to share spark someone, which means they know what their goal is, and now they're asking the question, how?
Yes.
As soon as they have that motivation
yes.
of how, then they're share spark.
Yeah, they already have the goal. I'm not going to tell them what their goal is. Like, they already have the goal. They want to apply for college. They want to spread a message. They want to share a passion, learn a skill, whatever. They have the goal in mind, but they don't realize, because of their level of digital literacy, that they can use digital media to achieve that goal in ways that, like, go beyond, that have the potential that's even greater than if they did it like the traditional way. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And that's the key. And that's why I was asking Heather to, like, explain sort of different case studies of people that not only have been share sparked, but then have also
have been, like, successful
in one form or another. And in each of those cases, the people have already had the goal.
Yes.
Or the drive. It was just, in a lot of cases, and me personally, it was needing the validation of this. It's okay to do this idea. This isn't a bad idea. It's okay to be creative. It's okay to try this. And not only it's okay, but it's totally you should. You'd be foolish not to. Like, that sort of impetus. And
yeah, and I think
that's a valuable thing to provide.
Seriously, all the questions that I get, the people are in your boat. Like, your story is it's the same. Like, you reach out to me, you already have your idea in mind, you kind of already know what to do, you are different because you are a digital media. So I don't have to tell you need a camera and you need this. So, but there's people like my clients who are like, I know I need to make online video and I want to share a story. I don't know how to, like,
where to begin.
Yeah, that's like, step one. They don't even know that. So
video guy just said what's up. I just want to point that out.
Hi, video guy. We got to catch up during break, but yeah. So
where were we at with our discussion? Where we're going through?
Because I remember asking James, like, based on everything I just told, because we spent hours and hours talking about YouTube and his channel and ideas and stuff like that. I was like, would you pay for a 3-hour workshop? Like, how much would you pay? Would it be something you would attend? Would you tell your friends about it? And he said yes.
100%.
And, like, he even wrote a testimonial for my online class and stuff like that. So, it's something that it's there. Like, there's a need, there's a market. It's something people are willing to pay for. I think at this point, I think I'm at the point where maybe what I need to do is talk to someone who's like business savvy. Because none of these are bad ideas.
No.
Like, it would have been weird for me to say double down on YouTube content because, you can get it would have, like, back then, I feel like it would be naive. But I've built a channel. I know how to do it. And I've helped people build theirs. So for me to say, like, okay, I'm going to revisit Sharespark and actually create content specifically for the channel, like, I think it's, I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's phase 2. I don't know if we talked about that yet or explained that, where a year and a half ago you sat down and mapped out these ideas and then spent 18 months gaining that experience and knowledge. And then now it's time to go, like, okay, revisiting that from a totally different experienced perspective. Where do I go? And how do I effectively do that now that I know that this is a viable thing?
Yeah. And then, like, the way I would brand everything on HeatherJustCreate is to document that journey. And, for example, how I was talking about the Jessica girl from Teachable, it's like, yeah, I would have the same numbers and the same things, but I would also say, like, I'm the founder of Sharespark Media, like, as one of my things on my banner, and it's like, okay, what's that Sharespark Media? Go on it, and it's just all this content of, like, digital media, education, and news, and yeah.
And handsome co-hosts and stuff.
I love you.
I love you too.
You're so handsome.
I know. You're right. It's the end of the day. I'm in my pajamas, basically. Macho Jobber says, sup, guys.
Hi.
Oh, just to kind of go back to the numbers discussion from the other day, I looked today. I was like, how many views does the school broadcast channel have that we've been doing since March with zero promotion, but it's kind of a daily, like, bound audience, up to 20,000. Which is not bad, but I mean, that's to put it in perspective of Jessica, who's like boasting of the 85,000, and then you're at almost 400,000. I don't know. I just thought that was just to kind of.
Right.
Yeah. So now what? Where does the discussion go? What are we sharing to spark?
I think I don't have a plan yet. Like, I feel like, after we talked yesterday, after our discussion on Sunday, like our live stream, I felt very like, okay, clearly I'm on the verge of the next level. And this happens, it happens like every 6 months where it's like, okay, I feel like I hit a wall, but that's only because I feel like I'm about to level up and it's going to be like the next phase. But I still don't have clarity as to, like, what the phase is. Like, I've gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, I was doing 80-20, 80% HeatherJustCreate, 20% Sharespark. I want to flip that back. So that's a significant thing. That is a significant, like...
Every time in the last almost 4 months that you mentioned Sharespark, especially the YouTube channel, you say, like, oh, and the Sharespark YouTube, which, like, I haven't even touched. The Sharespark YouTube, which I don't even put anything on anymore. It always has that disclaimer on it every single time. But I think that's good. If you're Sharespark Media, you should be Sharespark Media. That's where all that free time should go. Not that there's free time, but I mean, that's all that any time that you're not doing your client work or whatever, that's into Sharespark. And then there's another channel to supplement it with, behind the scenes goodies. But
yeah,
everything should be going to Sharespark. I mean, 2 videos a week, that's 2 valuable videos a week is huge.
Yeah.
Plus in the live show, plus, I mean,
yeah,
plus courses. I mean, that's like a force to be reckoned with.
Right. Okay. So YouTube channel, 2 videos a week minimum. But see, that doesn't answer the question of like direction, content. You know, it's like.
Well, I think the start is to become an authority.
So let's just throw the net.
Well, it's not just throw the net, but it is so people can go. Which right now you could go to the Sharespark YouTube channel, and there's really good content there that's still getting views constantly because it's beneficial and valuable. And so adding to that just builds up the credibility of Sharespark as an authority in this field. And so then from there, then you go to either cultivating people who need to achieve their goals or even people who are looking to, I don't know, that's a whole different thing if you want to help people discover their goals. But it's not to just content for the sake of content, because that's not a good thing. It's establishing your credibility. And that's what those things are doing. Yeah. And I think that's hugely important.
Right, but I would do that anyway with no matter what content I'll create. So that's why I kind of want to, like, what content am I creating, or am I overthinking?
I think it's accessible. That's why it's a YouTube channel. It's accessible. It's going to pop up in people's recommended videos. It's going to pop up in search results.
Everything. I should just, like, if I'm going all in, and I've daily vlogged before, there's no... tutorials are so much easier, because it's like... There's no, like, you know, outside scenery to film. It's literally just me on this couch. Less than an hour to film. 2 hours max to edit. It's a tutorial. It's just cutting out the ums.
What about, like, B-roll footage? And...
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know.
Sorry, that's getting too technical and stupid.
Yeah, but basically my point is, like, I can crunch out, like I could confidently crunch out, you know, like, I would even say 4 a week, right? I mean, so then it's just like, you know.
But that's also getting towards the arbitrary, like, I have to do 200 videos by the end of 2017 thing. 2 videos is good. Like, that's enough to satiate the audience. That's enough to grow the channel. That's enough to also then allow for time to do, you know, if you're doing 80-20 or whatever, to do the 20% HeatherJustCreate stuff, or to allow for Sharespark TV once the holidays are over, or coaching, or, you know, whatever, which I think is important, even if you're doubling down on one area to grow that area and then your other areas pop up. I think the YouTube channel is the best way to establish credibility, and through that credibility, then people will be interested in the courses, and then people will seek out more and want to participate and make it Mondays. It's that credibility.
Okay.
Because, yeah. That's what I think. I'm just giving you feedback, but that's my feedback. Let's see. Oh my god. My eyes are so bad. I used to have the best eyesight.
Macho's asking, when is the next Sharespark episode coming out? We were going to take a break until after the holidays. Although, what we were talking about earlier, do you want to even...
Well, we were talking about the net neutrality vote earlier, which is going to take place on Thursday, which is hugely relevant to digital media and anyone who's involved in digital media whatsoever. And so it was kind of like, man, Sharespark should be talking about net neutrality. And the vote is on Thursday, but it's almost like too late, because it's either the vote passed and then we can be like, well,
okay, it passed.
See you later.
Yeah.
Or
it doesn't.
It doesn't pass, and we can be like, this is good. This is why we need to protect it in the future. But it's almost like too late to have the discussion. It's almost like a post-mortem thing. It's like, so the answer is probably in January.
Yeah.
Maybe before.
Optimus Jack, what is going on here? Optimus Jack, we were talking about, I guess, my next move, basically, because I think, actually, no, I'm pretty confident I'm going to switch gears in terms of, like, when I originally started, I was building Sharespark Media and then documenting my journey in building Sharespark Media on this vlog channel. But then because my vlog channel took off, and I'm starting to realize why, it was a lot of it was because of me helping people to make money and like build their own things, because I had a lot, like Postmates, a lot of people were like, my first Heather's Happy Hour was so good. It's like, that's probably my favorite episode. It was so good. Anyway, so then I started putting more effort there, and now what I'm going to do is flip it back so that I'm putting more effort into Sharespark and documenting my journey in building Sharespark on here. So you're going to probably see, I'll probably just keep the Heather's Happy Hour for the fun, and then the rest, I mean, not to say that the vlogs aren't going to be fun, but really I'm just going to be like, this is what I'm doing for Sharespark now. Is how I envision it. Because it just, like, I would have been able to have cool B-roll footage going from my apartment to WeWork in Long Beach, but, like, I go from, like, the hallway to here. So it's like, I don't know, I can try to make that interesting too.
You have a sweet setup here. I wouldn't be complaining.
I'm not, babe. I am not complaining, babe. When did I complain? I love
It's not the beach. You love me. I wasn't saying that.
Gosh. Macho, are you guys looking for ideas for Sharespark? Where are you guys going to go live with Sharespark? Is it Facebook or YouTube?
That's a good question that I asked earlier and didn't get an answer to.
Okay. Because there's so
we don't know.
I think, okay, hold on.
Maybe we know.
I think we should try both.
Okay. That's fine. Can you do both at the same time?
Yeah, but I don't want to.
So then it'd be like one day is this and one day is that, or one.
Or we could try it both in one day. Because we
like
just set up
shows?
2 laptops.
Oh.
Yeah.
That could actually be sort of cool. I'm just thinking of like the fun of it, because then it could be like, you're like, hey, I'm over here and I got a comment or a question from YouTube, and I can be like, I'm over here, but on Facebook this person is saying this. I don't know. That just sounds kind of cool.
The only thing I'm concerned about is like the eye contact, which we don't even look at the camera anyway. We look at each other.
Yeah, or the camera, but sometimes, like, if one of us making a point I never to, so I just stare at the camera.
So anyway, the reason why, obviously I am biased to YouTube, so is Tom, but the thing is, like, I feel like there's a lot of untapped potential with Facebook Watch.
Yeah. And
knowing that they just, like, I don't know, chucked like $1 billion into that whole department, and I went to this webinar by Hootsuite, and their social media trends thing for 2018 was Facebook Watch, Facebook Watch, Facebook Watch. I just feel like if I'm already frustrated with the YouTube platform, I know that's not reason enough, but it is so insanely oversaturated, especially with digital media content, that I think I honestly feel like we would have more success building an audience effectively on Facebook. You know, I don't know, but I can't say for sure because we haven't even tried. That's why I'm saying, like, we need data. That's my hypothesis, but I think it's worth testing at least once or twice. So that's that. Macho says, I love Heather's Happy Hour. It's awesome, and I drink too. Do YouTube and Facebook Live at the same time. Okay, so why don't we try it at the same time?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, starting to come up with a plan here. Would you be down to do those ideas with me about, like, you know, like how we were supposed to do, I forget what we called it, but the recorded content ideas. You know, like, what's a vlog? What's a mukbang? What's a...
Like a different style. Like,
yeah so there's all those, and then, like, Tom, I need a new camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I said yeah before. But
I don't know. It's your time, babe.
Oh, well, yeah, that's the only thing. But that's not me saying no. That's me saying, like, the day is over. Time. Like, there's nothing I can do about time, but yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, what do you think about the class? Because that's I feel like that's going to be the tangible product where I could be like, look, I need to enroll 10 students per month, and that'll, like, you know.
So you're talking about your class. What is your class?
What is the class?
Can you explain it?
Well, I have Zero to YouTube Hero right now, which is to help people who are Sharesparked in terms of they have the idea, but they don't know anything about YouTube.
Is that a class? And these are classes that people would pay for, and
yes.
They get the course, they get the lessons and stuff. Is that class already done, or is that one that's...
In production.
It's in production. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Written. I just have to film.
Okay. So that's one that needs to be...
So that's Zero to YouTube Hero. Yeah. Then the other class is the digital content creator one for teens, which I feel like it just needs to be, like, redone. And
that's one that already exists.
Yeah.
That you want to redo. Okay.
Yeah. That I feel like... well, okay. Let me ask you this. Is Impact your program, or is that an Indio program?
That's me.
But, so, like, if you were to leave...
If I were to leave, like, if realistically they would still use the name for as long as they wanted till someone wanted to change it. But no, Impact is mine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my thing, and the philosophy behind it is my thing, and that's my program. Anyway,
but
the resources belong to...
Right, of course. Yeah, but I was just because I think it would be cool if we tried to make that class together.
Which class?
The digital content creator one.
Yeah. How
to be a digital content creator, because you could bring the technical side, and I can bring the personal branding side. Yeah. And with our powers combined,
form of nerds.
Heart. Whoa, that was a hearty laugh, babe.
That made me laugh so much.
I love your deep laugh. It's like one of my favorite sounds in the world.
Yes, good ideas. I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to say a whole thing. I forgot what it was. I got sleepy.
We can end it soon, babe.
No, it's fine.
Let's see.
Shoot.
Macho says it will be more people watching live on both platforms. Optimus Jack says it would have been better if you guys were together before Sharespark was even thought of. Which I know is impossible now, but still. Wait, what? It would have been better if you guys were together before Sharespark was even thought of? What do you mean? Wait, why?
Don't ask me. I didn't say the thing.
Optimus Jack, I'm curious.
Yeah.
And then Macho says make a Sharespark app, which will be badass. But there's like so many apps. The app world is a world I don't want to touch unless it's showcasing other apps that would help people achieve meaningful goals.
Well, that's not through an app.
That's not through an app, yeah.
An app that promotes other apps.
The App Store?
Yeah, but one step in between. But no, I'm not making fun of that idea, because I was actually thinking earlier today, man, I'd really love to figure out how to make apps. But you need, like, a good idea. But that's neither here nor there right now.
Yeah. I have a vlog with an app developer.
It's hard.
No, I did one.
No, I know, but I mean, like,
yeah,
it's hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. UI is very insane.
It's very insane. And the frustrating part, the thing that frustrates me about apps, as much as I would love to understand how to design and make them, is I feel like we're in a world, from what I've heard in my area, of arts, media, entertainment, business, and things is... Oof.
Shh.
is
Boy.
She had an accident. What I've heard, what I've been hearing is that to be an inventor, to be an entrepreneur, basically means you're coming up with an app and you're designing an app. And I think that there's a lot more to invention and entrepreneurship and development and innovation than just app design. And I think that talk about oversaturated, it is absolutely oversaturated when you're talking about the App Store. And I think when you have those crazy good ideas, that's one thing. But when people just like, I don't know, I'm going to do an app for this, and I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to take that. I don't know. Like,
were you the one who told me about that app that was like...
The Ruby?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when the App Store first came out in 2008, because the original iPhone launched in 2007, there was no App Store. In 2008, with the iPhone 3G, then the App Store opened. And one of the first apps, that was when it was like Koi Pond, where you would drag your finger and be like, the fish are swimming. And that's what apps were. And then somebody did, I mean, which in a way is like crazy digital literacy for a negative cause. Somebody did an app called like Ruby or Jewel or something where your phone would display an image of a ruby. And it did nothing else. It was just a picture, but the app cost $1,000. And so, you know, people bought it. And then a couple weeks later, the developers came out. It was like Ruby Light or something. It was the exact same thing, and it was 99 cents. And then people completely threw fits. And that was when, like, Apple... I think that was one of the first instances of, like, oh, we need to regulate this because it's going to go nuts.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's an example of, like, it was just a status symbol of, like, not only do I have an iPhone, but I have the Ruby app. And that's a bad example. But, I mean, other apps, like, I was thinking the other day, like, I need to browse the App Store because I haven't downloaded, like, a new app in
that's, like,
forever.
one of my favorite things to do.
I just I've not found a useful app in forever.
Well, actually...
Geocaching is the last one I found.
It's one of my vlog ideas. It's, like, my my favorite apps.
Oh, yeah, that's huge.
Productivity apps, business apps, because
They're the same apps forever because it's just like, I don't know.
I love doing that. Like, every 2 weeks, I'm like, all right, what's new?
Oh, really?
I love doing that.
I never check.
And I only look for productivity apps because I'm just so excited to, like, organize my ish.
I love that about you, but I'm like...
I, like, make my life so much more, organized.
I just don't find anything that has actually done that for me. It all gets in the way. For me.
Yeah. Yeah, there's absolutely so many apps I can never live without. But it's my business.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah. Okay. Optimist answered his question. Answered our question. It says, because Tom could have helped you a lot more since that's kind of, his specialty, the Sharespark TV and all of that. But the thing is, it is and it isn't, which is why I'm glad we met the way that we did. Because here's the thing, right? I came in with Sharespark. Okay, first of all, let's back up. The idea of educating and empowering people to utilize digital media to achieve meaningful goals is both of our missions.
Coincidentally developed independently.
Developed completely independently. What is your impact?
The impact mission statement? It's right there. To prepare students for college and careers through rigorous...
Can you face your voice here? Sorry. So he is a high school teacher, so it's going to be worded for students, but... Yeah,
there's a little flyer for my program. To prepare students for college and careers through a rigorous and relevant arts, media, entertainment, career, and technical education curriculum with an emphasis on creativity, collaboration, and character.
So right there, what is your meaningful goal? To prepare students for college and careers, right? That's specific for that. To educate and empower people to utilize digital media is the whole rigorous, relevant arts, media, and entertainment, career, technical education curriculum. Yeah. And then digital media is the creativity, collaboration, character, I feel like.
Yeah. And students develop dynamic resumes and digital portfolios while gaining real-world experience through a wide variety of projects, presentations, community industry partnerships, and work-based learning opportunities.
Yes. So basically we had the same mission statement, executed differently because he's a high school teacher. and I was trying to build this online movement. And that's why I think it's so great that we met after, because like I felt like we like together we're better, you know?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, it's like I feel like I have achieved my mission by Sharesparking people in real life, you know? Like, go check out James Lee. There's also my favorite vlogger, Tom Buck. Go check out his channel. You know,
beat
like
100.
Yeah, he needs 100 subscribers. He's actually gonna hit 100 subscribers. He's on his 99 subscribers, so you might be the 100th one.
Let's see. I just keep losing. No, still at 99.
He's at 99.
I'm
Someone
just gonna point this out, just because of where we're at right now. The little number right there, 99. not that the numbers matter, but it's just end up at 99 is like.
And then, yeah, I don't know. I feel like we complement, because here's the thing. Here's what I think individually our strengths are, because I feel like I'm really good at the branding, which is so important for digital media. You know, is the fact that you can be your own self-advocate, and everyone has their own PR company in their pocket, and you can connect with people anywhere, anytime. Tom is really good at like the technical stuff, which I suck at. Like, I don't, like, this is all you.
But I also want to differentiate branding and promotion, because I am good at branding and terrible at promotion.
Okay.
I've given branding presentations to hundreds of people. Like, I'm good at branding. Marketing, promotion, that's the whole part. I can develop a brand very well. Yeah. What I do with that afterwards is nothing.
Yeah. But that's because you have the skills in Photoshop or whatever to like graphically, digitally create that. I can't do that.
I mean, but you have a good eye for composition, but you know what to do. You know, this should say this, and this needs to go that, and this needs to go here, and this needs to connect with that. Like,
and see, that's why I think we're better.
The marketing,
together.
It's strengths.
Heart.
Nerds.
All right. Tyler Durden. I just wanted to post this comment here. Thanks. Macho says, make a movie on digital literacy. That will be awesome, especially Tom's editing. So the ideas that we have for recorded content for Sharespark Media are really cool. Like, I'm really excited for them, because not only do I think that they're going to be educational, but with our personalities, and I've always felt this with Sharespark TV also, it's going to be really entertaining. Because one of the last decisions we made about Sharespark was like making sure that one of us was like the expert and the other one was kind of like the Luddite, and like one of us showing the other how to do something. And I think in that context, it's just going to be funny.
Yeah.
Regardless of who's the novice, you know?
Right.
Like, if you're showing me how to use cameras, like...
But the novice is important, because that's also the gateway. That's how it's going to be accessed.
That's how the audience can relate, is because the novice, whether it's Tom or I, is the one that the person's going to relate to.
Well, it's important, too, to emphasize that neither of us knows everything.
Yeah, exactly.
About the subject, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I think we're going to end it.
Fun fact, I laugh every time you say that, because it really... I'm just going to end it. Like...
Oh,
No, but that's what... I think we're just going to end it. It's always like, casual, like, good God. But, I mean, like, I think we're going to wrap up the live stream. I think we're going to... Because it's every live stream. I'm just going to end it right now. Oh, God.
I'm not... Darling, I'll never do that.
I know, but it's funny. I'm just pointing out it's funny. It was like when you wanted to get... Never mind. That sounded bad, but... I was going to say when you were very excited about becoming friends with all of the little kids in your life.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, the movie will be featured on Netflix and Hulu.
Is it?
Make a video on how to edit videos. I have a video on how to edit a video. It's actually doing really well. Go check it out.
Because editing is hard. But a lot of people, when they start editing, discover they love editing. That's one of the
Have you
things...
seen how my editing video?
I don't think so.
Tom... Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen, like, your drone certification video.
You don't need to. I mean, it's a great video, but, like, you're not looking to get drone certified, so you don't need to watch it.
I know, but I want to be able to say I've watched every single one of Tom
You have
videos.
so many more videos, like, I could never. And, yeah, there's hundreds upon hundreds of videos to go through.
Oh, man. Okay, we're gonna end it because it's bedtime. Mr. Buck needs to go to bed. But, anyway, more developments with Sharespark. We just wanted to share this. I still don't feel clarity.
No.
And you don't either. I felt amped last night, though.
You did.
And so did you.
I was amped last night.
The one thing that I did want to talk about was the entrepreneurship part of it, like, partnership with impact. Because I think that there's real... Like, that is... I feel like that hits every single thing where it's like education, empowerment, digital media, and a meaningful goal.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And realistically, it's really important for even students who go to college, but especially those who don't. They that entrepreneurial spirit in the arts and entertainment industry, regardless of how you approach it, is crucial for success.
Do you think how does that generate money? Like that you see, because the way that I see it would be this: like I would do the business development in terms of soliciting more clients, and then people would just know that, like, you know, that, like, they would understand the program.
The entrepreneurship part, it wouldn't generate any money for... Well, I mean, it could generate money for the impact program. Generating money for you through impact coming... It wouldn't... The closest thing it would do is I would count your hours working as business match hours for any money that we receive from the state. So the state's giving us this much money in dollars. You're giving us this much money in hours of your time as an industry.
Well, because I'm just saying, like, if there's a client, like one of my clients, right? And then I take them to you, your kids. Right. And then I walk them through the process on how to complete that project.
You walk them there, you help them do that, and then that person would end up honestly paying... They can't pay the kids directly, but they would essentially make a donation to the program, and then that money, if the kids need that money for something like to cover a competition fee or whatever, it would be earmarked for them. Otherwise, it goes into the program. Depending on the amount of money, the kids would then have a say in how the money is spent and utilized.
Okay, so forget it. Why doesn't it just go through me? Like, Sharespark is truly the agency, and the kids are just the creatives.
Where does they pay you? But
so client
they're paying you, but then
so
I'm looking from an outsider's perspective. They're paying you to then farm out the work.
Client pays Sharespark. Sharespark pays creatives. Sharespark keeps a percentage.
That works.
Yeah, that's how it works for agencies. You know, because the creatives would be the employees, or it truly is like a third party.
That really works.
Yeah, because then it would be Sharespark making the donation.
Yeah, to the program through the kids' work.
Yeah, I don't know if that's allowed though. Is that?
Yeah.
Like, can the kids?
The kids cannot be paid. They cannot take money and leave. The program can receive donations.
Yeah, but aren't unpaid internships, isn't that illegal?
But it's not an internship.
Okay, so they can... Okay.
Well, no, an unpaid internship is not illegal. What it comes down to in this case is the students are receiving course credit because that's how they graduate as part of the CTE pathway.
So you got that taken care of. I don't got to worry about that. We just make the donation.
Yeah, that's not your issue. The issue you would have would be if students were working, say Sharespark had an office somewhere and kids were working off campus, the issue would be what hours they're there. Like, they can't be there past this time.
No, but they're all there. That's all in the classroom.
Yeah, I know. So no.
Okay,
you don't have to worry. That's not that's the school district's and my issue.
I think that should be another major arm. So I think the things are, because I don't know, for that one I'm really excited about. I think that one can gain traction. If anything, like that could be like something that that can translate into everything, because that's something we talk about on Sharespark TV. We can make vlogs about it. We can talk about it on YouTube. Being with the kids is going to be a huge source of content ideas, because they're going to be like, how do I do this? How do I do this? Hold on, let me write all these ideas so I can make YouTube tutorials on them.
In a long-term thing, here's a problem it could potentially solve for me, which is...
Solve?
Yes.
Okay, good, because you said problem, and I was like, oh God, what?
No, solve. Because in the past, especially at my previous program that was more established, and so the skill levels were higher, and we were regularly taking on client work, the problem is, even though the program has a good reputation, and that's kind of a thing, is you sort of, after a while, people know kids from this program have a certain caliber of work and a certain level of skill that's very important. But the realistic nature is every year kids leave, every year new kids come in, and you never really get past a certain level. You kind of like edge up, and every once in a while there's like superstars. But realistically, you're building up kids, and they never hit past this certain level, and then they go, and you're kind of building up the next group, and the next group, and the next group as they go through. What that means in terms of being like an actual entity that takes on clients or whatever is that it can be difficult because things are changing so much. So having an agency that is constant, that then feeds things out, kind of solves that problem, because then
the consistency is held by by Sharespark. Yeah.
So that actually helps solve what is a significant problem, because I would love it, and I would, any of the programs I've worked in, if like, oh man, it'd be great if it's a design house or a
now here's a question
house or whatever.
Are you gonna get in trouble?
For what? I'm not taking any. I don't get any of this money.
But you get Sharespark money. You're a partner. You're gonna be.
Oh.
Because we could right now we could say that you're not, but Sharespark TV is a program of Sharespark, and there's a reason why the kids aren't helping in the back.
For now, yeah. And the only reason the kids could, if I weren't involved, the kids could help right now. The only reason is because. So the kids are helping like you with your side project. If I were some other person and some other person approached me, or you just by yourself were doing this thing, I need kids to help out, it would be no issue. It's just because of how it looks with me. But that doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means it's not something that's been done yet. And so it has to get ironed out. As far as that goes, just thinking off the top of my head based on past experiences, I don't think so, because...
Think so what?
I don't think I would get... It depends on what end of the revenue portion I would be at. The fact that essentially you and I are doing Sharespark stuff, if that's taking in money, I'm allowed to have a side business and job. I'm allowed to take in money on the side. That's not illegal at all. So there's nothing wrong with there. The fact that then we would be choosing to take that money and donate it to a school program is... I mean, I already spend tons of my own money on my school program. That's legitimately... Right now, if I said I want to write a check for $1,000 to the school, that's fine.
Yeah, but here's the thing that it can get weird is if someone were to be like, you are using the kids' free work to pay for yourself.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And that's not going to happen. That's not how it's going to be. But if someone were to just like generalize, like the money's going to Sharespark, Sharespark's paying Tom... indirectly.
I see. So Tom's benefiting from the work of the students. The real answer is that would just have to get worked out, and anyone who takes more than 10 minutes to take a look into the situation will be like, oh yeah, he's making no money off of this. Like it's as soon as you look at it for what it is, you would see.
Whose rule is that?
Whose rule is what?
Whose rule is that? The schools?
There aren't rules.
Is that
I mean, there's Ed Code. There's California Ed Code, which protects students and teachers, and then there's labor law.
Yeah, isn't it labor law?
It's labor law, but labor law not exclusively, because it's a public education entity, and so public education, there's a lot of very specifics. That's what the California Ed Code's all about. It's the law for education in California.
Oh, interesting.
But it's also super clear. And what this would boil down to more of a district level decision, which would just be, which is, and there is no protocol. There's no book where they're gonna be like, it says no. It's literally like, well, how do we work it out? And
right, because the reason why I bring it up is because I had my client today. I still have to show you what we did, but basically she's trying to create digital content, video content about her thing, and we shot about 6 videos, quick 1-2 minute clips, and the reason why I took it on as a client is because, one, I think she has a lot of potential to really break as an authority in the space because no one's talking about it, but 2, because it's not making me a lot of money, so I didn't do it for that. But the other thing was I wanted to see if what I was doing could be done by the kids, and everything from start to finish could have. It was straight up just set up the studio. Yeah. Like the only thing that they would probably need, you might need a senior to do is getting the person to feel comfortable. Yeah. But everything else, from the editing to the recording to the being on location, like that could have totally been done by kids. So then it becomes like, okay, all Sharespark would have to do is solicit the clients, bring them over to you guys, and we just find time. And
well, and then also that goes into, because you're not dumping it off. You're not going, here's a client thing, due back Friday or whatever. Like, right. There's a commitment, a dedication of your time, energy, and effort to helping the kids get there, to guide the kids. That's where like that true industry partnership comes in.
Right. So that's why, well, because I thought you said that you were creating an organization within Impact, or maybe it's just Impact, that was going to take on client work.
That's what Impact does. That's the goal, yeah. But we just have to get to that level.
Yeah, and then I would come in and talk about entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah.
Yeah, and then once they finish whatever it is, like whatever we designate is like, okay, you guys are qualified to take on a client project right now, then we go from there.
Because the reality is, too, by the time the kids get really good to where they're just like awesome, then they leave. And that sucks for me and us, but that's good for them because now they're leaving with these crazy skills for the world. But then you got to keep, and what will happen for the first several classes is you'll have the first class of seniors or whatever where it's like, man, these guys are so good and they're leaving, and then the next year that level will get bumped down to like, now the juniors are that good, and then the seniors are even better, and then it'll get bumped down to sophomores and freshmen. That's not continuous forever, but as the program like hits its stride, that's what will happen, where eventually you have 9th and 10th graders doing things that just the high-end seniors were doing, and it bumps everything going. And then every year, the only people who are new to it are the new 9th graders, and everybody else is just moving up a level, but they're all familiar with it. That's when the model is working perfectly. And so everybody's on board, and then you have this new group that you indoctrinate and bring in, and like you just keep, it works so well when all the pieces are there.
Sorry, I just was...
Okay, it's late. I need to head to bed. Macho Jobber said goodnight, and he said I look sleepy.
Okay, bye.
I didn't mean to cut off. You have closing thoughts and things, but...
No.
Just goodbye.